Okay, so in this video we are going to discuss some doubts in the numericals of physics chapter 1 part B and part C. So let's start from exercise 1B. Third numerical is the first doubt which is asked to me. A microscope is provided with a main scale graduated with 20 divisions in 1 centimeter. Okay, so if there are 20 division in 1 centimeter, so number of divisions and value. Okay, if there are 20 division, the value is 1 centimeter. So what will be the value of one main scale division? That we can find out. That will be 1 by 20, which is 5 by 100, which is 0.05 centimeter. Right, 0.05 centimeter is the value of one main scale division. Therefore, value of one main scale division is equal to 0.05 centimeter or 0.005 millimeter. Both are the same thing. Okay, and a vernier scale with 50 divisions on it of length same as 49 divisions of main scale. So number of divisions on vernier scale is equal to 50. Find the least count of the microscopes. So least count is equal to value of one main scale division upon number of divisions on vernier scale. Value of one main scale division upon number of division on vernier scale, that is 0.05 centimeter upon number of division on vernier scale is 50. So this will become 5 upon 5000, that is 1 upon 1000, which is 0.001 centimeter. This is the least count of your microscope, 0.001 centimeter, which matches with the answer over here. Right, so I hope you understood this. Let's move to the next question. Question number 7. In a vernier calipers, there are 10 divisions. I'll keep it down. Okay. In a vernier calipers, there are 10 division on the vernier scale and 1 centimeter on main scale is divided in 10 parts. Okay, so we can say that value of one main scale division. Now see, 1 centimeter is divided into 10 parts, right? So the value of one main scale division will be 1 by 10 centimeter or 1 millimeter. So 1 millimeter or 0.1 centimeter. And they are saying that there are 10 division on vernier scale. So number of divisions on vernier scale is equal to 10. So we can find the least count. Least count is value of one main scale division upon number of divisions on vernier scale. So value of one main scale division is how much? 0.1 centimeter. And what is the number of division on vernier scale? 10. So this will be 0.01 centimeter. This is the least count. Okay. While measuring a length, 0 of vernier scale lies just ahead of 1.8 centimeter mark. Okay. So 1.8 is your main reading. Okay. We'll take it as N or X. In different notebooks, there are different textbooks, there are different notations for this. The main reading, that is main scale reading, 1.8 centimeter. Main scale reading is equal to 1.8 centimeter. And the fourth division of vernier scale coincides with the main scale division. So vernier scale division is equal to 4. Okay, find the length. Okay, so total reading is your length is equal to main scale reading plus least count into vernier scale reading. Correct. Main scale reading is 1.8 plus least count is 0.01. Vernier scale reading is 4. So 1.8 plus 0.04, that is 1.84 centimeter. 1.84 centimeter. So this is the total reading. 1.84 centimeter. And find the zero error. If the zero error is minus 0.02, what is the correct length? So true length or correct length is equal to total reading minus zero error. So 1.84 minus 0.02. So we have to subtract the zero error with its sign. So 1.84 plus 0.02, that is 1.86 centimeter. This is the true length after calculating the zero error, after considering the zero error. So both the answers are correct. So I hope you understood how to solve this question, seventh question. So I took a little time for releasing this doubt solving video, and your test is already over. See, I was late because the homework was submitted to me late. So I had to wait for all the doubts, and since I collected the doubts late, so my doubt video came out late. So next time, please make sure that you complete the homework in time so that I can release the doubt solving video in time. Okay. Okay, next question is question number 8. Let's okay, there are some few more questions here, so I'm going to take it on the other side. Okay, so question number 8, that's what it was, right? 8th, and then it is 15th. Great. Okay, so question number 8. Let's see what they are asking. While measuring the length of a rod with vernier calipers, figure 1.14 below shows the position of the scales. What is the length of the rod? Now see, they have not mentioned about the value of one main scale division or the least count or the total number of division on vernier scale, but we can see that from the figure. We can see one thing from the figure, that main scale is calibrated in centimeter, and each centimeter, like from 3 to 4 centimeter, there are 10 divisions. So 1 centimeter is divided into 10 divisions. So value of one main scale division is equal to 1 mm or 0.1 centimeter. This we know from the figure. Acha, number of divisions on vernier scale, that also we know, that is 10. Number of division on vernier scale is 10. Okay, so we can find the least count, right? So least count is equal to value of one main scale division upon number of division on vernier scale, that is 0.1 centimeter upon 1, which is 0.01 centimeter. So this is the least count of my vernier scale. Now the main scale reading, now main scale 0 is just ahead of 3.3 centimeter. As you can see, this is 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, and then lies the 0 of vernier scale. So main scale reading is 3.3 centimeter. Okay, vernier scale reading. Now which division is exactly coinciding with any main scale division? This is not, this is not, this is not, this is not, this is not. Okay, I can see the 6th division is coinciding exactly with one main scale division. So what is the length of the rod? So length is equal to main scale reading multiplied by least count into, main scale reading plus least count multiplied by vernier scale reading. So main scale reading is 3.3 plus least count is 0.01 multiplied by vernier scale reading is 6. So 3.3 plus 0.06, that is 3.36 centimeter. 3.36 centimeter is my correct answer, right? The next question is 15th, in which somebody had doubt. Let's solve that. A screw has a pitch equal to 0.5 mm. Pitch, okay. Pitch is the least distance moved by the screw when you turn it by one complete rotation. So pitch pitch of screw is given 0.5 mm, which is 0.05 centimeter. What should be the number of division on its head so as to read correct up to 0.001 millimeter? Okay, so the least count which is desired is 0.001 mm. Okay, which is 0.0001 centimeter. So what should be the number of divisions? Number of divisions on the circular scale or head. Okay, so we know that the least count is equal to pitch upon number of division on the circular scale. So 0.0001 is equal to pitch is 0.05. See, I'm taking everything in centimeter. This is also centimeter, this is also centimeter, is equal to n. So n will go here, 0.05 upon 0.0001. Okay, I will take out 4 decimal places. So it will be 500 upon 1. So number of division on the circular scale will be 500. Using the same simple formula for least count of a screw gauge, that is pitch upon number of division. So that's the final answer. Okay, so these were the doubts from the the concise exercise of the second part, that is your screw gauge and vernier calipers. Now let's look at the other exercise in which somebody had asked me doubt. Okay, just a moment. Okay, let's look at the doubts from another worksheet. Okay, an ammeter has 10 divisions between 0 and 1 ampere. What is the least count? So 0 and 1 ampere can be thought of as, see, suppose this is the scale of ammeter. This is how it is. It is like a semicircular or an arc-like scale. Okay, so this is 0 ampere and here is 1 ampere. And there are 10 divisions between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, so these 10 divisions are there between 0 and 1 ampere. What is the least count? So least count is the value of one small division between 0 and 1 ampere. Okay, so least count is equal to value of one small division, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to write 1 here and divide it in 10 parts. So 1 divided by 10, 1 ampere divided in 10 parts, so 0.1 ampere. There is no other formula. This common sense you have to use. Like if this is 0 centimeter and 1 centimeter and there are 10 divisions, each division is equal to 0.1 centimeter. So that's the only common sense they have used here. Okay, second question. This was first question. Second question is, in a vernier calipers there are 25 divisions on vernier scale coinciding with 24 divisions on the main scale. Okay, so number of divisions on vernier scale is equal to 25. Okay, they are coinciding with 24 division, that is but natural. Okay, that has nothing to do with the formula for finding least count. Now what they are saying is each centimeter on the main scale is divided into 20 equal parts. Okay, so value of one main scale divisions is equal to 1 by 20. Each centimeter is divided into 20 parts, 20 equal parts. So we can get 5 upon 100 or 0.05 centimeter. So this is the value of one main scale division, right? And value of number of divisions on vernier scale. So what they are asking is find the least count. So least count is equal to value of one main scale division 0.05 upon total number of division on vernier scale, that is 25. So I will multiply it by 4 upon 4. This will become 0. This will become 0.2 upon 100. That is 0.02 0.002 centimeter. Yeah, that's it. So that's the least count as given over here. Correct? Easy? No problem. Just like the questions in your textbook. Nothing is different. Fourth question. The least count of vernier calipers is 0.025 centimeter. Let me just make it a little smaller so that it's readable. Yeah, now it is okay. The least count of vernier calipers is 0.0025 centimeter. Okay, least count is equal to 0.0025 centimeter, and it has positive zero error of 0.0125 centimeter. So zero error is equal to plus 0.0125 centimeter. While measuring the length of a cylinder, the reading on main scale is 7.55 centimeter. So main scale reading is equal to 7.55 centimeter. And 12th division, 12th vernier scale division coincides with the main scale, any one division of main scale. So vernier scale reading is 12. Calculate the correct length. Okay, very easy. So first, total length. Total length is equal to main scale reading plus vernier scale reading multiplied by least count. So main scale reading is 7.55, vernier scale reading is 12, least count is 0.0025. So 7.55 plus, let me calculate what is 12 I think 12, 25 12s is 300. Let me find the correct answer so that I don't make any silly stupid mistakes. 12 multiplied by 0.0025, it's 0.03. 0.03, that is 7.58 centimeter. This is the total length. Now true length. True length means taking into consideration the zero error. Okay, so true length is equal to total length minus zero error with its sign. So total length is 7.58 centimeter minus zero error is plus 0.0125 centimeter. Okay, so 7.58 minus 0.0125 centimeter. So that is 7.5675. 7.5675, right? Centimeter. This is the total length. So because the calculations are a little trickier, you might find it difficult, but it is not difficult. Okay, it's not at all difficult. The next doubt is question number 5 from this page. Okay, let's do question number 5 over here. Okay, so what they are asking, in a vernier caliper, there are 10 divisions on vernier scale coinciding with 9 on the main scale. Okay, so number of divisions on vernier scale is equal to 10. Each 1 centimeter on main scale is divided into 10 equal parts. So value of one main scale division is equal to 1 by 10 centimeter, that is 0.1 centimeter. While measuring the length of a pencil, 0 of vernier scale lies ahead of 0 of the vernier scale lies ahead of 2 centimeter mark, and its 6th division coincide with the main scale. Okay, so I will write over here. So your main scale reading is equal to 2 centimeter, and vernier scale reading. So vernier is 6th division coincides with the main scale. So vernier scale reading is 6. Find the length of the pencil if the caliper is free from zero error. So the first answer will be 2 plus 6 into 0.1. I'm not writing the formula because now you know the formula, main scale reading plus vernier scale reading multiplied by least count. So that is 2 plus 0.6, that is 2.6. Hey, is it correct? 0.1 centimeter. 2 centimeter mark, 2 point, hey, they are saying 2.06. 6 into 0.1 is 0.6. Yes, it is correct. Number of division on vernier scale is 10. Value of one main scale division is each centimeter on main scale is divided into 10 equal parts. Okay, so 1 by 10, 0.1 centimeter. That's correct, right? Hey, I didn't find the least count. I didn't find the least count. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll find the least count over here. Least count is equal to 0.1 upon 10. That is 0.01 centimeter. Correct. So that's my mistake. I did not find the least count. Now I got the least count, so I can go ahead. So here there are some changes which needs to be done. So 6 into 0.01, that is 2 plus 0.06, that is 2.06 centimeter. So that is basically your first answer. If the vernier caliper is free from zero error, what is the length of the pencil? It is 2.06. But it has a positive zero error of 0.03 centimeter. So true length in case of second case of positive zero error is equal to 2.06 minus the positive zero error is 0.03, which is 2.06 minus 0.03, which is 2.03 centimeter. 2.03 centimeter. Okay, and the third part is if it has a negative zero error. Okay, so true length in case of negative zero error, 2.06 minus 0.04, that's a negative zero error, so 2.06 plus 0.04, that is 2.10 centimeter. 2.10. They've written 2.1, but accurate answer is 2.10. So that's how you do the fifth question. Let's see if any other doubts are there. 12th question. Next doubt is in 12th question. Somebody had doubt. Okay. A screw gauge has least count of 0.02 mm. So they have already given the least count. Least count is equal to 0.02 mm, which is 0.002 centimeter. While measuring the diameter of a needle, the baseline reads 2 mm. No. So baseline reads 2 mm. That means your main scale reading is 2 mm. The division which is just visible on your main scale is the main scale reading. So main scale reading is equal to 2 mm, which is 0.2 centimeter. And 35th division of circular scale coincides with the baseline. So vernier scale reading is 35. Okay. What will be the diameter of the needle if the instrument is free of zero error? So first case, if the instrument is free of zero error, the diameter will be total length, total diameter actually, is equal to main scale reading, that is 0.2 plus vernier scale reading 35 into 0.002. 0.2 plus, this will be, I think, 0.07. Let me check and confirm. 35 multiplied by 0.002. 0.07, it is correct. So it is 0.27. Hey, what did I take? The total main scale reading in centimeter. Okay, 0.27 centimeter. That is, I think, correct. Yes, absolutely correct. 0.27 centimeter. Okay, B. If there is a positive zero error of 0.004 centimeter. So true reading. Just like the previous question on vernier caliper, 0.27. They've directly given the zero error. So you need to subtract the zero error from the question which is given to you, from the true reading, I'm sorry, from the total diameter reading. Okay, 0.27 minus plus 0.004, that is 0.27 minus 0.004. Okay, so let's find out 0.27 minus 0.004, 0.266, 0.266 centimeter. Absolutely correct. And if there is a negative zero error of this, then you will subtract the zero error with a negative sign and get the answer. So that's of course now understood. So that is done. Okay, so there is no more doubts over here. So all the doubts of your vernier calipers and screw gauge are completed. Let's move on to the doubts of pendulum. Okay. Okay, so somebody had doubt in the third question. What is the third question? A seconds pendulum is taken to a place where acceleration due to gravity falls to 1/4. Okay, so G is equal to G dash is equal to G by 4. New acceleration due to gravity is 1/4 of the original acceleration due to gravity. How is the time period of the pendulum affected at all? Okay, please remember that time period is inversely proportional to the square root of G. Time period is inversely proportional to square root of G, right? So if the time period, sorry, if the acceleration due to gravity decreases, the time period increases. Now here the acceleration due to gravity decreases by 1/4. So if you take the root of G by 4, if you take root of G by 4 and write it here, it will become root of G by 2. So time period is directly proportional to 2 upon root G. That means the time period is doubled. If the acceleration due to gravity becomes 1/4, the time period doubles. Okay. Give reason. What will be the new time period? The new time period will be double the original time period. Okay, now this is a seconds pendulum. So we know the time period. Time period is 2 seconds of seconds pendulum. If this seconds pendulum is taken to a place where acceleration due to gravity is 1/4, then the time period will double and it will become 4 seconds. That is what the answer is. Okay, so that's the third question. One more doubt somebody had in 8th question. Okay, it takes 0.2 seconds for a pendulum bob to move from mean position to one end. Okay, so suppose this is the mean position. Okay, and this is one end and this is another end. Okay, so from here to here, if the pendulum goes, it takes 0.2 seconds. What is the time period of the pendulum? So time period is the time taken to complete one full vibration. So the journey has started from position A. This is position A, this is position B, and this is position C. We have to calculate the time for the pendulum to come back to position A. So this is 0.2 seconds, again comes back to A in 0.2 seconds, same time, again goes to C in 0.2 seconds, again comes back to A in 0.2 seconds. So how many times, how much time does it take to come back to its original position? 4 times 0.2 seconds. So time period is equal to 4 times 0.2 seconds, which is 0.8 seconds. So you can write it as, since pendulum takes 0.2 seconds for moving from one for moving from mean position to one end to complete one full oscillation, it will take 4 times 0.2 seconds, that is 0.8 seconds. That's why its time period is 0.8 seconds. So these are all the doubts. There was one more doubt in theoretical question somebody asked me. For that, I'd like to open that part B, where I would like to show. Okay. Yes. So yep, this one. So there was a question where it asked that plot a graph of t square, time square versus length. It's a straight line, and how to find acceleration due to gravity. I discussed this very nicely in the video earlier also, that what is the meaning of slope, right? I first discussed it. I can show you right here, the same thing which I discussed in the video, what is slope and how to find it. That also I discussed. We have to select 2 points on the graph and find their x and y coordinates, and using the formula of y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, you can get the slope, and that slope will give you the acceleration due to gravity, right? The slope will be equal to the slope will be equal to 4 pi square by g, not the acceleration due to gravity. 4 pi square by g is the constant whose value is fixed at a given place, and it changes as per the place changes, right? So that was the last doubt. So all the doubts from this particular chapter are over. Your test is also over. I'm going to check it soon and give it to you. So for me, first chapter of physics is over. We are soon going to start with the second chapter of physics, right? So best of luck. All right, see you later. Bye.